All right, man. As you all know, the Panthers benched Bryce Young not too long ago. They decided to go with Andy Dalton instead because Bryce really wasn't playing good football, if we're all just going to be honest. Now, ever since Bryce Young got his chance to start again because of Andy Dalton's injury, he has came back and looked like a completely different player. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but he is looking exactly like what the Panthers drafted him to be, and he is showing all of the flashes that you want to see. He's actually reading the field out, and he's actually making plays with his legs outside of the pocket, which is something he was struggling to do before he got benched, so that's obviously super promising to see. Now, I didn't want to get too hyped up on it because he hadn't really played a good defense since coming back, but this past week, he went up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and while, yeah, they lost the game, he still looked great, and he led his offense to scoring 27 points, which is really hard to do against the Chiefs defense. They're one of the best defenses in the NFL, so to see Bryce Young go out there and do that is really good to see, and that's why I wanted to break down his film in that game. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at why he was able to play so good in this last game against the Chiefs. Alright, so on the first play right here, it's pretty simple. Bryce Young and the Panthers are just running a simple RPO inside zone. The running back's coming here, and you have Adam Thielen setting up right here on a little hitch route, and Bryce Young is just reading this cat right here. If he comes down, boom, we're pulling and throwing this. If he drifts out, give, because then we have numbers in the box with our O-line and our tight end, and you're going to see what Bryce sees right here, and he makes the right decision. Great way to start the game. Boom. Eyes right on that guy. He's coming down. Pull. Ball. Nice, easy 7-yard gain on first down. That's exactly what we want to do. Put ourselves in a good position every single play, and that's what this play does. Watch the RPO. Bryce Young, watch his eyes. Boom. He's looking right at him. Right when he sees him come down. Pull. Rip. Right on the money. We'll take that all day. Next play here, and we're going to see Bryce Young make a super high-level throw on third down to convert. All they're running is they have Adam Thielen here getting out in the flat. They have this guy coming and settling underneath, and then they have a dig on top of everything. And this is a really good concept that you see a lot of different NFL teams utilize in different ways. So right here, it looks like Bryce Young is kind of just reading this like hitch flat with a dig on top. So it's really just 1 to 2 to 3 to the dig on top of everything, and watch Bryce go through these progressions. You're going to see the ball snapped. He gets a little bit of motion. Eyes over to the right side of the field. He's looking here. Doesn't like it for some reason, so he brings his eyes to the dig that's coming behind it, and right when he sees that this guy switches on and he is out-leveraged, he knows he has it all day long. He just has to get it over this linebacker's head right here and fit it in this big window that he has, and that's exactly what he does. He stands in there. There's a guy in his face. Doesn't matter. He doesn't panic and rips that football right over his head, right on the face mask of his receiver for a big chunk and a first down. High-level quarterback play that you want to see from really good quarterbacks, so it's good to see Bryce Young doing it. Watch him here. Watch his footwork. Looking at Ja'Tavion Sanders, then looking at the dig behind it. The pressure is obviously getting up on him. Doesn't affect him at all. Stands in there. Rips that football right over his head on the face mask of his receiver. Big chunk. Move the chains. Next play here, it's first down. And the OC is going to help Bryce Young out here by getting him under center and getting a little play action to get these linebackers to step up for the run, and then have a deep crosser with a dig behind it in these windows that these linebackers are leaving when they're stepping forward for the run. So what you're going to see happen right here is Bryce Young's going to take the snap. He's going to look at the crosser number 1 and the dig number 2. Boom. Gets in his drop, gets his eyes on that crosser. He's keeping his eyes on the crosser here because he sees he has Xavier Legget one-on-one. They're in straight man coverage, cover 1. If this safety isn't running with him, all he has to do is put it in this grass somewhere over here and let his guy run underneath it. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of off his back foot, and it is still a dime right in Xavier Legget's stomach where you want this football thrown. I mean, this is just outstanding stuff. Watch the play action, get these linebackers, boom. There's no way they're getting back to get underneath that crosser and that dig. It's impossible now. So all Bryce Young has to do is see it. He sees it there, stands in there, is patient, sees the safety, doesn't go follow with it. So he rips it and puts it right on the money. This right here is really good to see because watch his arm angle here. This is the type of stuff he did in college that he wasn't really doing in the NFL. Watch it. Boom. Watch his arm angle. Watch how he throws this ball off platform and still is able to put it out in front on the money. I mean, just absolutely outstanding. Big chunk again. Move the chains. Let's go score. Next play here, another good job by Bryce Young, reading this out fast and easy. All the Panthers are running are double slant on both sides of the field. Bryce Young can pick whichever side he wants. He ends up picking this side down here, probably because it's in the boundary and it's an easier throw. So the way you run this is the inside slant is one-step slant and then get vertical, and then you have a three-step slant behind it, and you just read it based off of this guy right here. So if he squeezes down on the inside slant, we should have the window for this outside slant. If he doesn't do that and he drives or drifts out, then you should have this vertical stem up one-step slant to the inside guy, and you're going to see Bryce Young read this out perfectly. So watch number 20, Justin Reed, snap the football, boom. He's extending out, take your number 1. Right there on the money, will take 10 yards every single time. Fast, easy, get the ball on your guy. This is what we want to see. Don't panic, don't rush stuff. See it and throw it. Boom, he's extending out. Okay, I'll take the easy throw. Great job. We'll take 10 yards every time. Next play here, Bryce Young showing me something that he was not doing before he got benched. He's going to show that he is willing to be aggressive, which is something I've wanted to see from Bryce Young for so long. All the Panthers are running here is they have a go up here that's just a clear out. They have an out underneath it. That's your number 1. And then they have a little drift post with 2 ends behind it. And you just read it. 1 to the out, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. But what you're going to see happen is this guy doesn't know what's going on. He's communicating with Adam Thielen before the snap, asking what he does. So he kind of just jogs off the line of scrimmage. So when Bryce Young comes to this side of the field, he's getting pressure and his guys aren't running the right routes. So he has to find a way to get out and extend the play and find someone downfield. So watch him right here. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Boom. Looks at the out. It's not there. Comes back. This guy's kind of just jogging off the line of scrimmage, making this more congested than it should be. If this guy is sprinting right here, he probably throws this to Adam Thielen. But instead, he comes back to it. It's a little bit congested. Has to get out the pocket because he feels pressure. Then he sees his guy, Xavier Sanders, one-on-one with a pretty good matchup. So what does he do? He sees this guy's back turn, so he knows he can throw it up to his guy and let him have a chance to make a play. And that's exactly what Xavier Sanders does, and it ends up being a huge gain. Before he got benched, I am telling you right now, Bryce Young would not have tried to make this throw. He would have either ran the ball or he would have taken a sack because he was too scared to be aggressive. And I know this is a risky throw, but to see a young quarterback be aggressive is something really promising because he's not scared to make mistakes. He is just out there playing. I love to see it, and it leads to a big gain. Give your playmakers opportunities to make plays, and they'll find ways to make them. Next play here, another good job by Bryce Young. All the Panthers are going to run. They have Adam Thielen on a post. They have a sail route behind it, so he's going to come like he's running a crosser. He's going to get back across the field on a deep out, and that's really what Bryce Young is looking at number 1. That's his number 1. He's trying to hit that, but if he doesn't have that, he has Xavier Sanders coming underneath it, and then he has a deep dig on the other side of the field with a little short end behind that as well. So to me, it looks like he's reading this 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Pretty simple, full field read. And you're going to see Bryce Young look at his number 1, see that it's open, and throw it. So gets in his drop. Adam Thielen is the clear out. And right when Bryce Young sees that this guy is running with Adam Thielen and that this guy is guarding the sail, he knows he has to run through this contact right here, which means you have a big window to throw into. And you're going to see Bryce Young throw this. Right now, he already has his arm back, if you can see it. Look at that anticipation. The ball is out. The ball is right here, and the receiver isn't even out of his break yet. He's not even looking for the ball yet. That is an outstanding job, and because of that, it hits the receiver in stride before someone else can make a play, and it leads to a nice gain once again. So watch Bryce Young here. He's going to see it. He's going to rip it with anticipation just like he's supposed to. Hits his back foot, hitches, ball. On time, right where you want it. Great job. Next play here, another nice, easy play, nice, easy read. All you got is smash up top. So you got a corner from the outside receiver with an out route underneath it, and you're just reading this guy right here. If he backpedals up with the corner, boom, we're taking this out underneath it. If he drives on this out, we're going to try to fit this corner in away from this safety and throw it in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. But right here, you got to take what the defense gives you. Bryce Young snaps the football. He looks over there looking at that corner. He's drifting back. Okay, Xavier Sanders all day. Throw it. And it leads to a first down. Once again, great job. We'll take that all day long. Take what the defense gives you. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Watch Bryce here. He's looking at that corner. He's drifting off. Okay, I'll take it. Great job getting it out before the pressure and also not panicking and still getting the ball out even though you have somebody in your face. And it allows the Panthers to move the chains. Next play here, all the Panthers are running is verticals. Boom, 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 and boom. And Bryce Young right here, he's looking at the coverage. And depending on what the coverage is, that's where he wants to go with this football. And right here, the Chiefs are in some type of man coverage. It's a little bit of a weird coverage, but Bryce Young notices it, and he realizes that this safety is drifting out this way, which leaves his tight end one-on-one with this linebacker. That's a matchup that you want to take all day long. And man, I know this doesn't end up getting complete, but this is exactly what you want to see from Bryce Young. This is aggressive, and this is extremely accurate. He's going to catch the football. He sees that safety drifting out, and right when he sees that, he knows he's got to put this ball up where the linebacker can't make a play and only his guy can, and that's exactly what he does. The tight end has to find a way to catch that football. That is a perfect throw. I know it's a hard catch. I know, but that is a great ball, and that is a catch that you got to be able to make in the NFL. Outstanding job by Bryce Young. I absolutely love it. Hit your back foot, hitch, and rip. Boom. Goes through the receiver's hands. Should have been a touchdown. Great aggressiveness and accuracy from Bryce Young. Next play here, and we got another pretty simple read for Bryce Young. All we're going to run is we got a post from Adam Thielen trying to clear everything out, and then we have a curl behind it with a flat underneath it, and you're just reading this flat defender. If he extends out with the flat, we're throwing this. If he drifts underneath the curl, we're throwing the flat immediately, trying to let our guy go get some yardage after the catch. And right here, what you're going to see happen, that flat player is obviously extending with the flat. Right when Bryce Young sees that, the ball is back right here. He is getting ready to release that football right now. Look at where the receiver's at. I mean, that is such good football, man. Such good football. Boom. That ball is already out of his hand before the receiver's even turned around. And because of that, it's there when the receiver gets out of his break, and that's what allows this to be a completion. If Bryce Young waits any longer than he did, this ball is incomplete. The receiver gets no separation, so the corner would have been able to break down on it. But because Bryce Young gets this ball out on time and away from the DB with his accuracy, it allows for it to be a catch. Watch this right here. Once again, he's relying on his footwork. Hits his back foot and rips. Right on the money. Perfect timing. Leads to a catch for a first down. Next play here, we're going to get a common concept from teams all across the NFL, and Bryce Young runs this to perfection. All you got is a hitch with a drift post on top of it. You're just reading whoever the flat player ends up being. Right here, you're going to see the Chiefs bail out of the blitz. Good job by Bryce Young not panicking, settling into the pocket, and seeing this flat defender who ends up being this guy and watching what he does. What does he do? He's drifting down on the hitch, obviously. So if he's drifting down on the hitch, you have all of this grass to throw that drift post into. Bryce Young sees it, rips it right on his guy's chest before the safety can make a play, and that allows for another huge gain. I mean, this guy is seeing the field, he's getting the ball out on time, and he's being accurate. There's not much more you can ask for. Watch it right here. Boom. He sees him extend down on the hitch. He knows he's throwing the drift post. Hitch, ball. And this shows off a little bit of arm strength. Watch him rip this ball. Rip. Blaze it in there. Great job. And then on 3rd and goal, Bryce Young does it again. Perfect accuracy, exactly what you want to see. Right here, we're on the goal line. It's pretty obvious the Chiefs are going to run some type of man coverage this close. So what do they have? They have one-on-one across the board. And right here, you have your receiver matched up one-on-one running a slant, and you're just trusting him to win. You're going to give a play fake here to Chuba Hubbard to get these linebackers out the way so you have a window to throw into. But this is going to be pretty tight coverage. You got Trent McDuffie guarding your receiver, and he's obviously a really good corner. So you got to put this ball in one spot where only your guy can get it, and that's what Bryce Young does. Get the play fake here, boom. You get these guys stepping down, and because of that, you got your guy one-on-one with a window to throw into, and Bryce Young throws it into that window, out away from the corner. He can't reach that football. And then the receiver also did a good job extending his hands and going and getting it for a touchdown. Man, that's a great job by the receiver and the quarterback. This play couldn't have happened without Bryce Young throwing the ball where he did, but it's also a good job by the receiver coming down with it. Watch this ball right here. Snap it, get the play fake, see it, rip it, and there you go. Right on the money for a touchdown. Great job. Next play here, Bryce Young, man. This is just unbelievable. It's third down. The Chiefs are coming with the heat. They're trying to heat you up. They're trying to send pressure from everywhere, trying to make you get this ball out too soon, throw an interception, make a mistake, whatever. And all the Panthers are going to run here is they have a go from Adam Thielen to clear out. They have a corner or an out route behind that go with a flat underneath it. And then you also have Xavier Legget coming across the field on a little drag route. And Bryce Young's just reading this high to low with this being your number 3. But because they send pressure, they run straight zero coverage. And Bryce Young has to get this ball out quick to his guy and just trust that he's going to win one-on-one. So, snaps the ball. He sees the pressure coming. He knows he has his guy one-on-one right here with this safety playing inside leverage and off. So when he gets to the top of his break, you can just throw this football out here and let him run underneath it. And that's exactly what Bryce Young does. Perfect touch, hits his back foot, throws that ball where it needs to be, and puts it right in the breadbasket for a first down. I mean, this is elite level quarterback play right here. This isn't just good quarterback play for a young guy. This is top tier play from a quarterback. You literally cannot ask for anything more. It is third down. They're heating you up like crazy. They think you're going to fold under pressure. But what do? You feel the pressure. You hit your back foot. You get the ball out on time. And you put it out there in the breadbasket for your guy to move the chains. Outstanding job. Next play here, Bryce Young once again. You're getting heated up. You've struggled with it all season long, but recently you've been doing better at it, and in this game, you did a great job at it, and you do a great job once again here. You got Adam Thielen on a deep out route, and then you got a zig underneath it. So you're reading this 1 to 2, but because the Chiefs are in zero again, they're in straight man, and they're sending a blitz. They're sending too many for you to block. And what does that mean? That means you got to get this ball out quick and trust that your guy's going to win one-on-one, and that's exactly what Bryce does. Gets back, hits his back foot, he sees Adam Thielen one-on-one, so what does he do? Just puts that ball out there where Adam Thielen should be at, and it ends up being a big completion because of it. Doesn't panic under pressure, doesn't rush the throw, doesn't make a bad throw either, gets the ball out on time where it needs to be to his guy one-on-one, and Adam Thielen obviously makes the play. So watch it here. He knows he's getting pressure. Bryce Young knows he's getting pressure. He knows it's man coverage. He brings that guy in to get an extra blocker to give himself a little bit more time. Snaps the football. Trusts that his guy's going to win. Get it out. Right on the money. First down.